Hello friends, let me continue with the topic accounts of not-for-profit concern. Today I am going to discuss important items of NPO. So let us start with the first item. First item is subscription. What is subscription? Subscription is the amount received from the members. Why we are receiving the amount from members? Because the NPO is providing various types of services, and for that services NPO is charging, and that charges are known as subscription. So subscription is recurring in nature, and that is why it is an income of the NPO. So we are supposed to show on the income side of income and expenditure account. So subscription I will show here on the income side by subscription. सब्सक्रिप्शन जो होता है वो रेगुलर होता है, हर एक मेंबर को सब्सक्रिप्शन पे करना पड़ता है, और सब्सक्रिप्शन रेगुलर इनकम है इसीलिए रिकरिंग है, और रिकरिंग के लिए इसीलिए इनकम है. तो इसलिए हमको क्या करना चाहिए, इनकम साइड में दिखाना चाहिए. इनकम साइड ऑफ इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर साइड में हम इसको दिखाएंगे सब्सक्रिप्शन इज इनकम. और जो सब्सक्रिप्शन होता है वो मेन सोर्स ऑफ इनकम होता है एनपीओ का. दूसरा सेकंड, लाइफ मेंबरशिप फीस. What is life membership fees? It is replacing the subscription. In life membership fees, the NPO is giving offer to the member that please pay once in the lifetime, and then you are not supposed to pay subscription fee every year. So this is a fees which is received from the members once in the lifetime. So it is not recurring. It is non-recurring in nature. And because it is non-recurring in nature, it is a capital receipt. It cannot be income. So what we are doing, we are placing in the balance sheet, we are adding it to the capital fund. So here see, I have given the balance sheet. So subscription is income. So life membership fee is added to the capital fund. So I am adding the life membership fees to the capital fund. Now, third item, entrance fees or admission fees. What is entrance fees or what is admission fees? Whenever a new member is admitted, we are asking that particular person to pay the admission fees. Now, how many times the person is going to pay this admission fee? Once in the lifetime. Whenever he takes the admission, that time only he will pay the admission fees. So, if we are considering this particular fact, then it is a capital receipt. And it should be shown on the liability side, and it should be added to the capital fund. But there is another view also. There is a view that every year the members are admitted, and every year we are going to receive this particular fee, so it is recurring in nature. So according to that view, entrance fee is income. So we are showing here in the income and expenditure account by entrance fees. So now these are the two views, but then what we have to do? So there are three possibilities. If the problem is silent about the entrance fees, we have to assume that the entrance fee is an income, and we have to show on the credit side of income and expenditure account. Second possibility, if in the adjustment we are told that entrance fee is to be capitalized, then we will add this entrance fees to the capital fund in the balance sheet. So it is a capital receipt. There is a third possibility, that in a problem we are told that 50% is to be capitalized. So 50% we will add to the capital fund, and 50% we will show on the income side of the income and expenditure account. So these are the three possibilities. एंट्रेंस फी जो होता है या एडमिशन फी जो होता है, वो जब कोई नया मेंबर एडमिशन लेता है तभी उसको पे करना रहता है. एडमिशन फीस के बारे में दो व्यू है. एडमिशन फी कोई भी मेंबर लाइफ में एक ही बार पे करता है, इसीलिए वो कैपिटल रिसीट है. और दूसरा ओपिनियन ये है कि एवरी ईयर सारे मेंबर्स एंट्रेंस फीस पे करते रहते हैं, तो वो रेगुलर होता है, इसीलिए वो इनकम है. तो अब हमको क्या करना है, यदि प्रॉब्लम साइलेंट है तो हमें उसको इनकम करके दिखाना है. यदि प्रॉब्लम में लिखा है कि पूरा कैपिटलाइज करो, हमको कैपिटल फंड में ऐड करना है, यदि प्रॉब्लम में ये लिखा है कि 50% कैपिटलाइज करो, तो 50% इनकम में दिखाना है और 50% बैलेंस शीट में कैपिटल फंड में ऐड करना है. दैट इज एंट्रेंस फीस. नेक्स्ट इज अ डोनेशन. व्हाट इज डोनेशन? डोनेशन इज अ गिफ्ट given by the members or by the outsiders. Why they are giving this gift? They are giving this gift because NPO is meant for conducting social services. So for conducting social services, members and non-members, they give the donation. So giving donation is regular, it is recurring. So when donations are received regularly, it is recurring in nature, and that is why donations are income. So we will show here on the income and expenditure side by donations. So donation is our income, so that is why it appears on the credit side of income and expenditure account. मगर प्रॉब्लम के अंदर यदि हमको इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया है कि डोनेशन का जो अमाउंट है वो लार्ज है, इसीलिए उन्होंने इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया है कि ये जो डोनेशन है उसको कैपिटलाइज करना चाहिए, तो हम क्या करेंगे, ये डोनेशन को हम इनकम में नहीं लिखेंगे और हम कैपिटल फंड में ऐड करेंगे. तो कैपिटल फंड में हम डोनेशन को ऐड करेंगे. तो ये कौन सा डोनेशन है? वो डोनेशन है जो विदाउट एनी कंडीशन दिया हुआ है. तो जो डोनेशन विदाउट एनी कंडीशन दिया है और यदि प्रॉब्लम साइलेंट है तो हमें उसको ट्रीट करना है इनकम. मगर समझो हमको बोला गया है कि इसको आप कैपिटलाइज करिए, तो फिर हम क्या करेंगे, कैपिटल फंड में इसको ऐड करेंगे. और एक दूसरा डोनेशन है. तो डोनेशन दो टाइप के, एक तो जनरल है और दूसरा स्पेशल है. तो जनरल में ये दोनों आ गए जिसमें कोई कंडीशन नहीं दिया. अब स्पेशल जो डोनेशन है उसके अंदर वो लोग कंडीशन डालते हैं कि भाई हमारा डोनेशन एक स्पेसिफिक पर्पस के लिए आप यूज कर सकते हैं, बाकी जनरल यूज नहीं कर सकते. जैसे भी उन्होंने डोनेशन दिया है बिल्डिंग बनाने के लिए, तो उसको बोलेंगे डोनेशन फॉर बिल्डिंग. तो हम इसको इनकम में भी नहीं दिखा सकते, हम इसको कैपिटल फंड में ऐड भी नहीं कर सकते. तो ये अलग टाइप का डोनेशन है, तो इसको बोलते हैं हम स्पेशल डोनेशन. सो दिस स्पेशल डोनेशन इज शोन सेपरेटली. नाउ वी आर नॉट एडिंग टू द कैपिटल फंड, वी आर नॉट शोइंग एज द इनकम, बट इट इज शोन सेपरेटली इन द बैलेंस शीट एज अ स्पेशल फंड. सो we'll show it as a special fund. फॉर एग्जाम्पल बिल्डिंग फंड है तो हम लिखेंगे बिल्डिंग फंड. सो स्पेशल फंड करके हम उसको दिखाएंगे बैलेंस शीट में. सो डोनेशंस का कितना हो गया, जनरल डोनेशन, इनकम. जनरल डोनेशन कैपिटलाइज करने का बोला है, ऐड टू द कैपिटल फंड. स्पेशल डोनेशन मींस इट इज गिवन विद अ कंडीशन दैट यूज फॉर पर्टिकुलर पर्पस ओनली, then it is shown separately under the separate heading on the liability side of the balance sheet. उसके बाद में गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट है. गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट क्या है? गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट इज अ एड, इट इज अ हेल्प गिवन बाय द गवर्नमेंट टू द वेरियस एनपीओस. हमारे जितने भी एडेड स्कूल्स है या एडेड कॉलेजेस है या गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल्स है, ये सब को रन करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट एड देता है, यानी कि गवर्नमेंट इज गिविंग ग्रांट. And these grant they are giving regularly. So whenever they are giving this grant regularly, it is recurring in nature. And when it is recurring in nature, then it is income. So where we are going to show? We are going to show on the credit side of income and expenditure by government grant. मगर इसके अंदर जनरल और स्पेशल. Okay, sometimes the government is giving grant for a specific purpose, just like a specific donation. Whenever they are giving grant for a specific purpose, then it is not our income. So we will not write on the income side, but we will write separately in the balance sheet under the separate heading. Say for example, उन्होंने grant दिया है कंप्यूटर लैब के लिए, so we will create a separate fund for that and we will write a separate name for that. Okay. So that is about the government grant. So government grant is income. If the government grant is for a specific purpose, then it is shown separately in the balance sheet under a separate heading on the liability side. Then we are having capital fund. नाउ व्हाट इज कैपिटल फंड? कैपिटल फंड हमको कोई रिसीट या पेमेंट साइड पे नहीं होता है. कैपिटल फंड इज द एक्सेस ऑफ असेट्स ओवर द लायबिलिटीज. कैपिटल फंड इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द असेट्स एंड द लायबिलिटीज. ओके, एंड कैपिटल फंड इज क्रिएटेड आउट ऑफ so many things. It is created out of surplus, like membership fees, entrance fees, donations, legacy, etc., etc. So it is created out of various capital receipts. So it is shown separately in the balance sheet under the heading capital fund, and it is also known as a general fund. Now we'll see endowment fund. Now what is endowment fund? Endowment fund is created out of special donations. All incomes generated from such fund are added to it, and all expenses related to it are subtracted from it. It means it is created for a specific purpose. Means someone is giving the donation for creation of that particular fund. Like here we saw that special donation. So here it is a special donation. But this fund is of a special type. Whatever income is generated from that particular fund is added to that fund, and whatever expenses are taking place, they are also subtracted from that fund. I will give an example. Suppose there is a prize fund. So we will write here on the liability side separately prize fund. So whatever amount is given, that we will show under the prize fund. Then suppose in the receipt side, on the receipt side of the receipt and payment account, we are given income from prize fund. So we are not going to show on the income side, but we are going to add to the prize fund, income from prize fund. At the same time, on the payment side of receipt and payment account, we are given expenses of price distribution. So we are not going to show it as an expense, but we are going to subtract from this prize fund expenses of price distribution, and then whatever net figure is available, that we are going to cast outside. So endowment fund is a special type of fund whose aim is to generate income for a specific purpose. Now we are having legacy. What is a legacy? Legacy is a gift or a type of donation received as per the will of the deceased member. It is a capital receipt and it is added to the capital fund. So here I am showing the legacy under the heading capital fund. I am adding it. So it is a capital receipt. Okay. Now sale of assets. What is sale of assets? Normally whenever we are given purchase of assets, so we say purchase of asset is a capital expenditure. So whenever we are told sale of assets, then we say capital receipt. But there are many complications while solving the sum. Which are the complications? Let us see. I will give you an example. Suppose a machinery of having book value 10,000 sold for 12,000. Then we are having three figures. 10,000 is the book value, 12,000 is the sale value of the machinery, and 2,000 is the profit on sale of machinery. How we are going to treat? Let us see. The book value is 10,000. The sales value is 12,000. So what is the difference? The difference is profit of 2,000. क्योंकि 12,000 का एसेट है, सॉरी 10,000 का एसेट है, 10,000 का मशीनरी 12,000 में बेच रहे, तो सिंपल बात है कि आप 2,000 प्रॉफिट कर रहे हैं. अब आप ट्रीटमेंट कैसे करेंगे? आप इसकी दो ट्रीटमेंट करेंगे. बैलेंस शीट में एसेट में से आप 10,000 माइनस करेंगे. बैलेंस शीट में एसेट में से यू आर गोइंग टू डिडक्ट 10,000, दैट इज द बुक वैल्यू ऑफ द मशीनरी. एंड इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट में इनकम साइड में आप 2000 बताएंगे। कौन सा हेडिंग होगा? प्रॉफिट ऑन सेल ऑफ मशीनरी। सो दीज आर द टू इफेक्ट्स, रिमेंबर these are the two effects. One, you are going to subtract 10,000 from the asset, that is from the machinery on the asset side. Whatever is the value, from that you subtract the book value 10,000. And second effect, 2,000 is your profit, so you show on the income side by profit on sale of machinery 2,000. Now second possibility, what is the second possibility? Now the book value is 10,000 rupees, but the sales value is 8,000 rupees. So therefore the difference is loss of 2,000. आपका मशीनरी का वैल्यू 10,000 है, आप बेच रहे हैं 8,000 में, तो आपको नुकसान हो रहा है 2,000 का। ऐसे वक्त पे आपको क्या करना है? बैलेंस शीट में एसेट में से आप माइनस करेंगे 10,000। ये हमारा नॉर्मल इफेक्ट हो गया। 10,000 एसेट में से माइनस करना चाहिए, तो एसेट में से 10,000 माइनस करेंगे, और 2,000 जो लॉस है वो हम एक्सपेंस साइड में दिखाएंगे। इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट में एक्सपेंसेस में एक्सपेंडिचर साइड में आप कितना बताएंगे? 2,000 बताएंगे, और क्या लिखेंगे इधर? टू लॉस ऑन सेल ऑफ मशीनरी। सो दीज आर द टू इफेक्ट्स. So the effect of sale of machinery depends upon the book value, sale value, whether you are having a profit or you are having a loss. Okay. Now we'll see number 10. Number 10 is stationery. What is stationery? Stationery is recurring in nature. We have to buy the stationery for use in the business, use in the office. And that is why if we are given stationery, purchase of stationery on the payment side, then there is a simple treatment. We will be showing it as an expense on the debit side of income and expenditure account. But sometimes we are given complications. We are given opening stock of stationery in the adjustment. Then we are given purchase of stationery on the payment side of receipt and payment account. Then we are given closing stock of stationery in the adjustments, and sometimes we are given an adjustment outstanding bill for stationery, that is given in the adjustment. So 4 items are given. So that time we are supposed to find out the value of the value of stationery consumed, and that particular value we are supposed to show on the expense side of the income and expenditure account. So let us see the formula. How is the formula for printing? So for printing and stationery, the formula is like this: opening stock of stationery and purchase of stationery. ओपनिंग स्टॉक किधर दिया होगा? ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट में दिया होगा, तो ये एडजस्टमेंट में दिया होगा। परचेज ऑफ स्टेशनरी किधर दिया होगा? पेमेंट साइड ऑफ रिसीट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट में दिया होगा। एड आउटस्टैंडिंग स्टेशनरी बिल, आउटस्टैंडिंग स्टेशनरी बिल, ये किधर दिया होगा आपको? एडजस्टमेंट में दिया होगा। और माइनस क्लोजिंग स्टॉक ऑफ स्टेशनरी, ये आपको किधर दिया होगा? एडजस्टमेंट में दिया होगा। तो ये सबका जो भी टोटल आएगा, वो टोटल जो है वो आपको इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट में कौन सी साइड पे दिखाना है? एक्सपेंस साइड पे दिखाना है। क्या करके दिखाना है? टू स्टेशनरी कंज्यूम्ड, टू स्टेशनरी कंज्यूम्ड। तो ये है स्टेशनरी के बारे में। स्टेशनरी का एकदम नॉर्मल है, मगर जब आपको ये जब फॉर्मूला दिया है तो आपको ये फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करना है। ये पूरा फॉर्मूला जो है वो आपको देखना है, और फिर बाद में एक्सपेंस साइड में, इधर एक्सपेंस साइड में टू स्टेशनरी कंज्यूम करके आपको लिखना है। ओके, दैट इज ऑल अबाउट द स्टेशनरी। नाउ वी आर हैविंग द लास्ट आइटम, ऑनरेरियम। व्हाट इज ऑनरेरियम? Honorarium is the amount that we are paying to the guest or to the artist for performing certain events or for giving the lecture. Now why we are giving this? Because whenever we are calling that artist or whenever we are calling that guest, we have to honor that particular guest. How we are honoring? By giving some cash, and that particular amount which we are giving to that particular guest or to the artist is known as a honorarium. So honorarium is nothing but it is a recurring expense, and it should be shown on the expense side of income and expenditure account. So friends, these are the some of the important items that you have to learn, and whenever they appear in the problem, you have to do proper treatment. Okay, thanks.